Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show. On today's video, let's have a look at the Newcastle Knights 2023 squad. Can they improve, or is Adam O'Brien on the chopping block? You'll find that and much more here on the Barry Charles Footy Show, right here, right now. Welcome, guys, to the Barry Charles Footy Show, and today we're going to look at Newcastle. Are the Knights coming back, or are they continuing a misery round? Well, they've had a lot of losses in games this season, so let's have a look at what this squad's going to look like for 2023. Obviously, the losses. David Klemmer, obviously he's a big loss in terms of what he was doing on the field. Whether he was that great off the field, there's a question mark that even Brad Fittler was saying. I still think he should be in the State of Origin team for mine. But hey, it's not for me. Obviously something bad blood happened between them two. Just like Josh Adokar. Put those two in the team. I think they win next season. Interesting. We'll see what happens there. Obviously the big gains are Adam Elliott. It was a good signing. He'll be a good signing for them. Tyson Gamble. He could be a genius signing or an absolute waste of time. But he's a handy backup, at least if it doesn't work out. Jackson Hastings, obviously a big signing. He's probably not as good as Mitchell Pearce, but he might bring more to the team. Jack Hetherington, he's the fire in the belly and probably something the Knights need. But it probably would have been more handy if we had him with Klemmer, but hey, that's the way it is. And then obviously Greg Marshew. But when you look at their list of gains, no star. No star. And Kalyn Ponga is the biggest star there. And to be honest, he doesn't perform in the NRL. He performs at the Origin level, but he's yet to really perform consistently for Newcastle. So that is the problem in trying to get the best out of Kaylyn Ponga for the Knights. And obviously, a couple of the big losses for me, Tex Hoy. I just don't understand why he wasn't given more time. I think he's a perfect 14 for this team. But they've let him go. And I think a lot of other NRL clubs could have signed him. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I thought he was a pretty good player, Tex Hoy, but he was there. Jake Clifford. I mean, form his temporary classes there. For whatever reason, they started the season off on fire and it went to custard. And you can say you can blame the coach and all that, but really at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say you didn't deliver. So he's gone as well, but he's definitely still a talent. So let's hope he comes back to the NRL in a couple of years' time. Better player. Anthony Milford. Again, I don't know if we're going to see the best Anthony Milford again, but we will find out at Redcliffe. And Edric Lee was injury prone anyway. So anyway, the Newcastle Knights for 2023. Is Adam O'Brien going to last the season? I highly doubt it. I really don't. I just don't think he gets enough out of the players. I don't know why he hasn't been sacked already. They really think he's a good coach. Well, we'll find out this season. But I just don't know about the Knights. But anyway, fullback. They're going to say they're going to put him to number 6. Not with this current squad. He has to play fullback, Kaylyn Ponga. I expect him to be fullback at the start of round 1. They may change it later on if they're not getting the results, but I just can't see him being his best position as fullback in this team. With the team they got now, the wingers. Well, Dominic Young picks himself, and if they've put a big 3-year signing on Greg Marshew, he has to play the other side. He just has to. If you sign him for that sort of deal, you're expecting him to play. The question mark is, can they get the best out of Bradman Best? Now, he is at his best New South Wales quality. But again, another one that's been injury prone. Can he deliver? And Dane Gagai, he went missing for the Knights last season. They really need to get the best out of him. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops. The halves pairing, well, again, this is an interesting one, but I have to give it Tyson Gamble just on the fact that he's the number 6. And putting him in, let him run. Just let him run, do his thing, and let Jackson Hastings control the team. I think this could be a surprise packet, and the Knights could be a surprise packet to maybe make the top 8. But if they don't, Adam O'Brien's gone. Put it this way, Adam O'Brien doesn't make the top 8 this season, he is gone. And if he's not, there's something wrong with the Knights. But when you look at the forward pack, this is where people still get excited. The Saifidi brothers. I think Tyson Frizzell is going to play prop this season. Jaden Brayley at his best at hooker. If he plays a good season, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, for me, is going to make this team. Leo Thompson's been playing well. I just think you have to put him in. They've been playing well. And Adam Elliott will be the 13, be the offloader, be the Isaiah Yo. He's not up to that ability, but he's certainly not far away. So that's why they signed him for. The bench for the Newcastle Knights. Well, Kurt Mann picks himself there. I think Jacob Saifidi, one of the Saifidi brothers, will be on the bench. Jack Hetherington will come off the bench for mine. He could start as well. And then I'll put Felix Cross on. But very much like the West Tigers, outside of that, their squad is very, very mediocre. Very, very mediocre outside of that. If they get a few injuries, it's not going to look good for the Knights. So where do I see the Knights finishing? Well, put it this way. I can see them finishing last, or they could get 8th. I'm expecting them all to be down the lower end of the table. But if Kaylyn Ponga decides to actually turn up and play like an Andrew Johns sort of role, then they can make the top 8. But to me, they just don't have enough class. But I do believe they're going to get more control with Jackson Hastings too, so I'm sort of contradicting myself here. If Jackson Hastings has a good season, they'll be close to the top 8. So it's a bit of it'll probably will again, I like how the spine works, because the forward pack is good enough. But again, injuries is a big concern for this team. A very, very big concern. And to me, Adam O'Brien's the first one sacked this season for 2023. I probably said that last year too. So, but really, if they don't deliver, he's got to go. And maybe the Messiah, Andrew Johns, will come back and coach. He said he never would, but hey, you never know in this game. When you really need the best of the best, him or Matty Johns could be Newcastle's next coach. I'll put that out there. Anyway, that's my suggestions on the Knights 2023 season and what their squad could look like. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more videos very shortly. Take care out there.